or anyone watching this is now gonna pretty much know. But
you guys are lucky.
Yeah. It's now obviously my mom will know because she actually inspired it. My mom pretty much, when I was a kid, she used to fill my mind with so much nonsense,
Hi guys, welcome to Kingspirit Studio Image Room podcast. Yeah, actually it's a podcast. Yeah, so on this podcast we're going to be tackling different topics that revolves around creativity. Yeah, we are all about creatives, man. So if you're a creative, I believe you'll be so much interested in this podcast. So today, hey man, we're chilling with one of the most respected.
Wow.
Yeah, yes, man, respected creative director by the name of Muzi. Some call him Muzi, but his actual name is Muzi. That's
right.
wild.
Wow, I'm actually surprised you pronounced it just right. Eh?
Yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
Muzi has been a creative director for quite some time now.
Yep.
For years, man. Mm-hmm. And you've worked with different brands,
yep,
different agents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so tell me, I think someone out there maybe who's also aspiring to be a creative director maybe in the next years, they would really want to know what drove you, what inspired you to be where you are today, or what inspired you to be in the creative space?
Okay, so my creative journey started some time back. Hey? I've never told a lot of people this story, so you guys will be, or anyone watching this is now gonna pretty much know. But
you guys are lucky.
Yeah. It's now obviously my mom will know because she actually inspired it. My mom pretty much. When I was a kid, she used to fill my mind with so much nonsense, No.
You didn't mean that.
No, for real.
Mom,
okay.
You didn't mean that.
Look, so I don't know, like when I was a kid, right? She would tell me stuff like my tooth would fall off. You know how it is when you're like 4 years old. That's when you're really all the teeth are like going for some reason, right? So she'd tell me, no, just go put the tooth just by the windowsill there, and in the morning you're gonna find some chocolate, right? So for real, like I'll go to bed, I wake up in the morning and there's chocolate there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I don't know, man, my mom used to fill my mind with so much imagination. She told me also that the sun is a big light bulb put there by Americans, or I don't know, Bazungus. But anyway, so like my imagination used to just go crazy with this stuff, and she never dude. The funniest one actually, every Easter holiday, right? Mm-hmm. There's those Easter eggs, right? So I didn't like the ones with the marshmallows inside.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Hated those.
Yeah. So, but if you remember well, they used to make the ones which were hollow on the inside, right? So I would go to my mom and tell her, Mom, like they gave me these ones with the marshmallows inside and I can't eat these things, right? And she's like, cool, don't worry. Go and put them, at the back of where you keep your clothes in the wardrobe, right? I'll be like, okay, sharp, I'll go put them there. And I'm like, Mom, what's gonna happen if I put them there? She's like, there's gonna be a bird that's gonna come and put its beak and suck out all the marshmallow.
Your mom is a genius.
Yeah. And then for sure, I'd wake up the following day, I'll go there and I would find, damn, they're hollow like Easter eggs, you know what I mean? And it was crazy. So, man, I've always just been a really imaginative person. And naturally, even my family, I don't know, maybe our parents just raised us that way, but they used to really like it when we would draw things. I think maybe as parents, they really took more, maybe more interest in the way that we would draw or artworks, things that would come and show. So I always used to like the response that I would get from my parents every time that I would draw something. And, I guess it developed into a talent that, when I'd get to a much higher levels of school, like rather in high school and university, like I was actually like more of okay, maybe not at university as yet because it was tough in university, but like in high school, I was literally the probably the best top 5 artists in the whole school, So carrying that portfolio into university. I met some tough competition, of course. I went to a school which was, there wasn't so many black people who went to that school. I'll just say there was Bazungus for days, man. So, and like my mom really
has always been about Bazungus.
Right. I guess, well, not really, but I guess, look, my parents really sacrificed quite a lot in order for me to get, the education. Especially imagine paying so much fees for me to go and study like things like design. A lot of parents, they don't really support this career as much. If you tell your parents you want to be an engineer, or you want to be a doctor, or you want to be a lawyer, they're gonna be like, it's good, go for it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if you tell your parents you want to be a graphic designer or you want to be a photographer, they'll be like, what's that? You know what I mean? But like, my parents, or I would even say my mom, because my dad was late by that time, unfortunately. But it's a bit of a downer. It's tough. Dads die. It is what it is. No, I'm kidding. God bless his soul. But like my mom, superwoman, she believed in me. She, she supported that dream, and I went to school. Really good school called Greenside Design Center in Johannesburg.
Oh, nice.
Good school. Shout out to those guys. Hopefully we can tag them in this. And from there, like I was really exposed to so many different cultures. Like I said, there was quite a lot of racial groups there. There was also, a lot of cross cultures and a lot of techniques, like heavy academic works that were there. Further to that, they really equipped us with skills of being really critical when it comes to how we do our work, right? Things such as research, things such as really understanding, like psychology, understanding how people respond to color, how people respond to like maybe words or anything that is visual, you know what I mean? So all those things pretty much still play a lot in the career that I've built for myself now. When I got into the workspace, I had one goal. I within like a year of working, I already knew that, I think my talents or whatever that I was carrying from school was really meant for something that's just a bit higher than everyone else. I guess, I don't know. I felt like I was well equipped to be a really good creative in the space, you know what I mean? So when I eventually obviously started rising up, at first I was hired as a graphic designer, multimedia, social media designer, when social media was actually coming up around that time. I was at David Crute Projects in Johannesburg as well. So yeah, got a lot of friends. Hopefully we can also tag them too.
Yeah, definitely. We'll tag everybody.
Yeah. Shout out to David Crute, Ame, Sneyman. I think she's married now. But anyway, those guys pretty much gave me my proper first breakthrough. I'm really happy with them. I went to other agencies, of course, numerous, growing up the ranks until I became an art director for some time. Very important role for a designer. It's a specialist role, right? You have to, an art director is a person who has perfected the art, right? So it's I don't know. I think if you can make it as an art director, you can actually really just be an art director for the rest of your life. It's cool because you're really about the craft itself. But there's just a level above that, obviously, which is creative director, where now, because of my involvement with so many clients, I started to really appreciate the business side of things. Approaching strategies and how to align a strategy, rather creative thinking to a strategy. That's pretty much what, I practiced that for a long time, and as such, I managed to earn the role of a creative director, right? So, and I've pretty much worked in that role, for I think now 2 companies. Some of them I've worked as a creative director and as a art director. There are some companies which didn't have a creative director, but you had the art director, they would pretty much lead the studio as well. But yeah, look, for anyone trying to be in this role, my biggest advice is obviously this stuff has to come natural to you. You need to love it, right? You can't be an art director or rather a creative director if you are not truly like insanely in love with what you do, because the job really requires for you to have it like almost naturally, like as an instinct. You know what I'm saying? And further to that, like you need to take a big interest in the business side of it, right? Creative itself alone, obviously it's a driver of message, right? The more creative, the more that maybe you are able to intrigue people, you're able to get people's attention. Now attach that to a business deliverable, to a product, to a service, you know what I mean? That ability to really be able to do that and, you know, lead a team that through a strategy like that, that's really an interest that you should take, the business side.
Business side of it.
I think that's really it. And I mean, I think one of the last thing is obviously that I would advise for anyone wanting to go into a career path is to identify a mentor, right? Someone that you definitely can say, this person, I want to be like this guy, you know, and tell them, you know what I mean? Declare to them that, dude, I want to sit where you are either sitting, or I want to emulate your career. I want to make the kind of money you're making. I want to have the kind of like passion and energy that you bring to a studio, you know? So for me, it was this guy called Kavongwe Moyo. Right?
Oh, nice.
We're definitely going to tag him too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kavongwe Moyo played a really big, we call him Kavo. He played a really big role in my career development. I identified him obviously as someone that I could look up to, and he was really glad to just be like, Woza, you know, let's get it done. So you know, yeah, truly grateful to him for him. So yeah.